Hi, Coach Liz here. All right, this week I want to talk to you about something fun, addictive foods. Do you have a food that you might be addicted to? If you start eating some, you have a hard time stopping. For me, for sure, it is sugar. Specifically, Nutella is a food for me that I do not keep open in my house. The only time my kids get Nutella is if I am going out of town. Then that's their one time they get Nutella. That's their treat. When I get home, it's gone. If it's not gone, I throw it away because I know that I set my home up for success. I don't want things that I will be thinking about, that I will have a hard time controlling the amount. And so I just don't keep it in my house. What is that food for you? Do you have a food that you have a hard time keeping in moderation, that you always crave it if it's in your house? That's okay. It might not ever go away. I've been on my health journey for about 13 years and I've come a long way when it comes to eating sugar. But there are some foods that if I have in my house, I will eat more than I would like to. And so I just do not keep them in my house. That is something that has helped me throughout these years really stay in control with my cravings. Addictive foods, now it is not your fault if you crave foods because food companies actually make it so that you want to eat it. They put chemicals in foods that make them addictive. So that's why I love the weight loss part of your health journey because we eliminate those foods that are addictive so that you can really get in tune to what your body needs and craves. If you move into intuitive eating right away, you're always just going to crave sugar because that is what your body is used to. So eliminating that for a while really helps you become more conscious of when you might crave those foods and what those triggers are. Now, in Element 16 in Your Life book, Dr. Anderson talks about dealing with addictive foods. I highly recommend reading this chapter. It is so helpful. There's even a quiz in there to help you recognize what those triggers might be for you. But he gives a few tools that are really helpful when it comes to dealing with addictive foods. Number one, I mentioned, don't even bring it in your house. If you know that you have a hard time with moderation or staying away from those foods, don't even bring them in your house. Your kids don't need them. Your husband doesn't need it. It does not need to be in your house. Doesn't mean that you will never eat those foods. It just won't be right in front of you all the time. The other tool is Dr. Anderson talks about stop, challenge, and choose. Just becoming a little bit more mindful before we react. Creating space between stimulus and response is where the magic happens. So when you have a craving, stopping, thinking about that, really thinking, is that something that I need? Am I hungry? Would I eat something healthy if I'm hungry? Or is this a reaction to an emotion that I'm having? Maybe I'm bored, or I'm tired, or I'm stressed, or I'm lonely, or I'm depressed. Really stopping and thinking about why you're craving this food and creating that space. Did you know that a craving usually goes away in about 5 minutes, whether you feed it or not? And so, what can you do in those 5 minutes? You can create space away from that food and go do something else. Go sweep your porch. Maybe have a to-do list of things that you want to get done when you're having a craving. It could be something that's actually going to help that stress or that boredom, or it might be something off your to-do list that will help you feel accomplished to get something done. Cleaning out a drawer, washing some windows, cleaning out your closet. But one thing that's really going to help you is just being aware of when those foods cravings pop up. And then just creating some space between that stimulus and response. That is one way that you can become the dominant force in your life. All right, go check out your pantry, get rid of those foods that might be addictive for you, and just decide those aren't things that you need to keep in your home to help you be more successful in your long-term healthy lifestyle. All right, have a great week.